Agent Power Huddle is a daily jumpstart, giving you all the tools you need to create an amazing real estate career. Led by top experts in the field, you'll learn how to sell more houses in less time while creating the life you want. Welcome to the Agent Power Huddle.
You're on mute. Sorry, Matthew.
It's always helpful to unmute. Thank you, Autumn. Unmuting is key for Zoom. Okay, today's lesson is how to Zoom. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome, everybody. Good to have you all. Last time I hosted the Power Huddle, I think I set a record on the amount of time that it took. We were almost a full hour, and we're not going to do that today. I'm going to jump right into the material and cover the high points of today's topic. Today, we're talking about engaging our sellers and how important it is that our sellers are a part of our team and a valued member of our team, and that they feel that way and that they are actively participating in the listing process. So that's what we're going to talk about. Before I get started, I want to acknowledge two very special people. Well, a lot of special people on the call, but two very special ones. My wife, Susan Hanks, the business manager of Hanks Realty Group, and our stager. She works hand in hand with our sellers to get every property ready for the market. And also my team member, Nicole Anderson, is on the call. Welcome, Nicole, member of Hanks Realty Group. Thank you for joining us. Nicole just put just got a new listing, put another listing under contract, so involved on the listing side of things as well. So we're going to jump right into things. I'm 20 years in the business, been doing this a while, and so there are some basics that we cover when it comes to talking about listings, and then there are some finer points, some advanced topics about listings. And today we're going to lean on the advanced side of things. Not going to get into the basics. These are, I had a friend of mine use this term, checkers, not chess, or chess, not checkers. This is chess. We are going to be talking about some of the finer points that are probably not covered in some of the other listing talks. There are a lot of heavy topics in real estate that is like, the NAR lawsuit, interest rates, this is not one of those. This is the fun stuff. This is the stuff that we enjoy doing and we want to be a part of. And so the goal, if you hear the talk today, the goal that we're overall trying to get to is that we want our sellers to want to be a part of our team, to actively participate in the activity of selling their home, to be a part of our team long-term, which means they are in our ecosystem, part of our sphere, part of our tribe, telling the good word about us to other people in the community, and that we hang on to them tight. They feel a part of the team long-term, so that when it's the next time to sell a house, there's no interviewing, there's no second thoughts about who we're going to use. They are a part of our team, not just now to get this property sold, but long-term for every property. We just had a closing last week, and this was the 5th transaction we've had with this client. So it's really nice. You those of you who've been in the business, you know that feeling of what does it take to go into securing a new client and they don't know you, as opposed to you're working with that person and now this is our 3rd, 4th, 5th transaction. Man, it's really nice when you get on that side of the business where it feels like the ball is rolling down the hill and you're not pushing the stone up the hill. So I reference this thing about being a part of a team. Let's think of it just for a second as like a sports team. So our team is Hanks Realty Group, but I also coach in the sports arena. In the past, I've coached basketball, soccer, and most recently golf. My oldest is in middle school. I coach the golf team. And I was out at the golf course hearing these coaches talk. I happened to be around a couple of college coaches, and they're talking about what goes into recruiting these high school talents from all over the country to come and be a part of your college program. And so they are telling them all about, this is our team, this is our culture, this is what you can come and be a part of. We got this. You're going to be successful if you decide to join us. And so it has gotten to the place in college athletics now where not only are they expecting the full scholarship, that's a given. If you're recruiting these kids to be a part of your college team, it's a given that they're going to get a full ride with their tuition paid. Now it's about the NIL, the name, image, likeness, and now it's about the cash that's involved. So the recruiting efforts you have to ramp it up to make that kid want to be a part of your program as a coach. And if you think about it, then what are you doing as a coach that you're going to recruit that kid? And I'm pulling this together, okay, sports to real estate. listing potential clients to a high school kid that's in sports and you're trying to recruit them. That coach is going to spend time investing about the person of the kid rather than just the athletic ability of the kid. What are they involved in? What extracurriculars, their family, where are they from? What are they into? That type of thing. So in our CRM, we have FORD. We have open custom fields in our CRM. We use Follow Up Boss, and we have family, occupation, recreation, dreams. So, and when you express that interest in a listing client to engage them, it's not just about selling the house, but tell me about the kids. Tell me about where you work. Tell me about where you want to vacation this year. What do you guys do for fun? All that stuff. You are implying to that person that this is more than just a transaction to you as a professional or a team. This is not about just getting to the finish line of selling the property. We want this to be a bigger thing than that. So I would say start with, we're collecting information to know the client more so than just the square footage of the house. This is what the comps say, stuff like that. And in that meeting, as we're working with them, I'm going to share a graphic that we use, but I like to discuss the goals of what our goal is as a team and having them sign on with us. Yes, we want the sign in the yard. Yes, we want the listing in most cases. Yes, we want to be successful and earn that commission, but our overall goal is we want them to be a part of our tribe, our ecosystem. We want them to be one of the many, many past clients, happy, satisfied, thrilled clients that are out there telling the world about Hanks Realty Group. And so not on every appointment, but on some, this is an example of what we do this. Now, of course, I got my background blurred, so I better put this here. But this is what we call our treasure book. Like, well, what is this? 3-ring binder. Why would you take this to a listing appointment? Well, when I open this up, page after page is the picture of the house that we sold. And underneath, y'all see that's not just a couple bullet pointed lines. That is paragraphs. Look at that first one. I don't know if you'll be able to see because I can't take it off a blur. My office is too messy. I'm embarrassed. But that is a paragraph. This isn't asking for a 5-star review and the people go on in a couple of seconds and say, we have great experience with HRG. No. This is, what they experienced working with us was so far above and beyond what their expectation was, what they might have thought working with a realtor was about, that they go on and on and on. So we now consider that, yes, we want to sell the house and reach the closing. But we now consider this our goal. So if we're going to be on the same team, why are we not discussing the same goal? So we share with them, hey, our goal together is the 5-star review after the sale. Because that will mean, if we get the 5-star review, not only does that mean that we were successful together selling the property, but that means that we worked together in such a way, we met your expectations, we exceeded your expectations. Nobody gives a 5-star review because their expectations were met. That's the 3 and 4-star. The 5-star means that we exceeded the expectations. So if I'm sitting with a seller, a client, potential client, and I'm showing them this is our goal, not the house being sold. We're going to sell the house. We don't want that to be the goal. We want the goal to be we've sold the house and afterwards you are thrilled. You have to be thrilled in order to provide a 5-star review. You're not just okay or just, they check the box. That's not what gets you the 5-star review. So I sit there and I tell them, we want you to have a page in our treasure book. We want you to have a 5-star experience. That is our goal. And we want to do it together. So if they know what the goal is before we even set out together, then I think we have more of a chance of being successful in that goal as we go through the process and as we get to the end. It's also the type of thing that when you request the 5-star review at the end, it's really great when they ask you, where can I leave the 5-star review? Where's the best place that I can tell the world about what I say? That's the best thing. But if you have to go to them and say, hey, here's the links to leave the 5-star review, it's not a new concept. Say, hey, remember when we first sat down and we told you this was coming? Now it's the full circle. Part of telling the story and about the team, if I'm a coach and I'm recruiting a kid, I'm trying to describe, hey, your practice sessions are going to be like this. Your, game day is incredible on our campus. It looks like this. Our trainers are this. Our workout facility is this. You're telling the story about what they're about to experience. And we put this graphic together And I have a background in aviation, so we love to use the flight thought, because selling a home, you go through the process. It's like taking a journey, going on a flight. You get checked in, then you pre-board, then you leave your luggage, and you get on the plane, and you have your entire flight, and then you get done, get your luggage. Well, listings you can think of in the same kind of process. So we do this, and so in making them part of the team, I say, hey, you're part of the team now. You sign on with us, you list your home, you're part of the team. Let me tell you what to expect. And then I start telling stories. Let me tell you about the time we didn't do a pre-inspection and how it really hurt us. Let me tell you about the time we boxed up the entire house during the due diligence period. And at 4:30 on our due diligence time, the buyer just pulled the rug out from under us and the entire house is boxed up. Let me tell you about the time that the buyer's financing fell through and the closing. You tell those stories, because if all the complicated parts of our business they are never exposed to, they don't have an appreciation of the battles that we fight on their behalf. So we tell about the complexities and then we deliver the simplicity. I wish I can remember who it was that told me that line, but man, that is what we do as salespeople and agents. You highlight, you explain portions of the complexity. We don't ever want them to think this is just a really simple product. It's not. It's anything but simple, guys. I think we do ourselves a disservice whenever we tell people, oh, this is the simplest thing. We're going to make this so easy. Well, it might be, but that doesn't mean there's not work involved, and we're going to have to work together to make that happen. So this graphic tells the story. Yes, you're talking to me, but very next, you're going to be working with my wife, Susan. She's our stager. She has a gift for making houses beautiful and getting them ready for the open house. She's naturally gifted at that. And then every single house, we were on our huddle call this morning as a team, talking about what 3 things went well in the most recent transactions. What 3 things can we improve? Every transaction, we want to be a little bit better. That's part of them being on the team. We say, hey, we can't make it better if we don't have your feedback. This is a 2-way street. We're going to ask you for things. We're going to expect things. The more you can give them a heads up about what's coming, the smoother that process is going to be. So far, we talked about getting to know them and the FORD, family, occupation, recreation, dreams, keeping track of those things. The next time you mention the kids, do you mention the kids generically or do you call them by name? Because if they were a valued member of the team, you're probably calling those kids by name. It means something when I'm working with somebody. Hey, how's Gabe doing? Oh, you mean my firstborn? Everybody else out there ask about, now how old's your oldest? Yes, he's my oldest. But if you call him by name, it means you were paying attention. It means you care. Y'all see where I'm going with that? I'll give you another little tip. Y'all got a bookstore in your town, they're less and less because everybody buys on Amazon. You go in the bookstore, that big massive wall of magazines, every topic you can possibly imagine is covered. And for $5-6, you can get a full color magazine current on whatever topic it is. If you know what your clients are into, next time you're in there, pick up 3 or 4 of those. And then the next time you're in front of your client, say, hey, I got this mountain bike. I saw this. It just reminded me of you. I thought you may enjoy it. I promise you guys, the referrals are coming. These are things that we're playing chess. We're not checkers any longer. I promise you the referrals are coming. They will know that you're paying attention. What is the next thing that you would expect if you joined the team? You guys know signing day, the big deal that they make out of, hey, I just chose, and they'll do the little hat thing where they'll put on the Carolina hat and then they'll switch it. No, actually it was Alabama. Oh, actually I chose Clemson. And, putting the hat on is a big part of joining the team. Y'all know how that is in sports. Are y'all with this? I know everybody else is muted, but give me something to go on. You know what we did? I ordered hats en masse. HRG hats. See this? I even got different colors. I say, hey, you know what? Welcome to the team. You know what I have for you? I got a little swag box. Welcome to the team. What comes in the swag box? Oh, I got your swag gear. I mean, what more could help somebody feel like they're part of the team than they're literally wearing the polo shirt around town? Like, man, yeah, I've listed my house and it was more than just a sign going in the yard. I joined something serious here, official. It's wild walking around. You see people wearing these. For a while, we did T-shirts. Now we did polos because they're really nice. We have 2 different ones to choose from. Look what else Susan does. We call this our swag box. You join the team, you get the swag box. Look in the swag box. I got the coffee mug. Hey guys, You're about to do this journey of selling your house. You know what you're going to have? You're going to have late nights staying up boxing. Guess what we got? Coffee for those late nights. Guess what? You're going to have a little bit of seller's remorse, a little bit of times where, did we do the right thing? That's what these little medicine pills are for. These are not Tic Tacs. They only look like Tic Tacs. Those are seller's remorse tablets. Put 2 under your tongue and all of a sudden the seller's remorse will go away. So you use these at your discretion. If ever you feel like you've priced the property too low or you've decided, are we doing the right thing? But take a couple of these Tic Tacs. It's going to be okay. What else? Packing tape, Sharpies. You see how it's like, oh, wow, my team captain, this new team I'm a part of, they value me. They've been down this road before. They are 3 steps ahead of where we are, and they are working hard to make this a pleasant experience. Is this helpful for anybody so far? I see one hand. Wow. One hand out of the millions of people out there that watch the Agent Power Huddle. We have one hand. Okay, I'm going to continue. Well, there's a thumbs up. Linda gave me the virtual thumb. Okay, we're going to move on. What kind of swag can you include? Shirt, I just showed you. The coffee mug's really cool. Stickers, golf tees. I'm a big golfer. I've mentioned golf several times on the call. Golf tees are cheap, y'all. Get your logo on there. Give somebody a handful of tees. They're going to use it. We put our listings as part of our staging. We do a little bowl of tees. Please take some of these. Open house. Please don't leave empty-handed. Grab a bottle opener. Grab a letter opener. Grab a jar little thingy. They're all branded. We have all these things in the house so people can take them with them. Grab a couple golf tees. Please don't leave empty-handed. Don't just leave just with that financing flyer that shows the outrageous rates and the outrageous payments. Ignore that. Carry the golf tees. That's the fun part. Okay. Now we're going to talk about including them in our overall marketing and our overall sphere. We have a friends and family group on Facebook. It's a private group. It's not the public facing group, but it's the private one. We put stuff on there like, we had a chance to use some of our EXP stock and cash it out and buy a beach condo recently. I want to give them a discount on the beach condo. Does that make them feel like they're part of friends and family and part of a team when everybody that's in that friends and family group, a private group, is offered a massive discount to go enjoy a beach stay? What about just being invited to the group? What about doing something special for them on their birthday? Are you able to keep track of your clients' birthdays? What does it cost to record a quick selfie video? We all wish each other happy birthday on our post. What does it cost to just do a quick 15-second video, selfie video, and pop it to them in Facebook Messenger? Facebook's telling us whose birthdays it is. Why not take the extra step and connect them with them in that way? Does that make somebody feel like they're valued, part of the team, those types of things? Invites, whatever groups, whatever events that you do, you'll hear more and more coaches and agents that are producing at a high level. They have these client events. Tell them that. Say, hey, part of this process, we're going to sell your house, but we're going to stay in touch. We're going to hang on tight. You're going to get invited at Thanksgiving to come be a part of our Hanksgiving, we call it, where we give away our Thanksgiving pies. Set the stage, tell the story, plant the seed, give them a heads up. When you tell somebody what you're going to do and then you actually deliver, nothing creates trust like that. If I tell you something's about to happen and then it happens and I deliver, don't overpromise. But if it's something you know you can deliver, it's within your power to deliver, you know you're going to follow up, you're not going to miss it. Nothing creates trust like telling somebody this is what's about to happen and then it happens. This is what I'm going to do for you, and then you do it, and do it at a high level. Nothing creates trust like that. That's ultimately what we're trying to do. All right, we want them to be a part of the listing process. 19 minutes in, I have 11 minutes to stay on task and tell you what we do at the listing table. In our packet, we have what's called our client homework. I say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, need you to be a part of this process. We cannot be successful on our own. We need your help. We want your help. What types of things are we asking for? Prepping the property. We can't do it on our own. We have to have your help. If you're out of town and you just want to send us the keys and we take it from there, well, we could probably do that, but we even need your assistance with that. because I'm not going to pay for the landscaper. I don't really want to pay for the house cleaner. I don't want to pay for the pre-inspection. I at least need you involved at that level. Prep the property is number one. Number two, the property disclosures. Let's talk through those. Let's make sure they're right. I need your participation with that. The service providers, the utility information. Yes, we need power, gas, internet, those types of things. What other options for internet are available here? I might not know that stuff. I need your help to tell me who does the, keeps up with, you got somebody that comes out every year and checks for termites and stuff. Who does that stuff? Help us. I don't know that stuff. That's valuable information. Here's a really key one here. Information about the home. This document we put together, and it says, I know you can't read it on the camera, so I'm just going to read you a couple of the questions. See how it's open-ended like this? They fill it out. Drink that coffee I gave you in the wow box and stay up late and answer these questions. What impressed you most about the home when you bought it? What do you like best about living here? I've never lived in the house. I'm the agent that's going to be telling the story about this property. I've never lived here. I don't know this property. Nobody knows this property. You help us with this. What are some of the best features about the house? Wouldn't it be sad to say at the closing table and they mentioned something that was the selling feature of the house and we just missed it as a marketing team, and they could have told us in the pre-listing stage and we could have made sure to include that? Tell us about the recent upgrades and the remodeling, stuff like that. Another question to be sure to ask is, do you have the folder of information from when you bought the house? Maybe it's new construction. You know how the builder goes up above and beyond about, here's the floor plan. They even have a name for the floor plan. Here's the colors of the granite. Here's if you wanted to go to Sherwin-Williams and pick your paints, all that spec sheet. We overlook a lot of that stuff on the resale side, but if they've got a packet with all that information, why don't we use it? Why don't we make it available? That's things that we can include and let the seller tell the story. All the recent upgrades, let them write the whole thing out and use that in your marketing. We're making that client a part of the process. We're making them feel a part of the process. Right after they sign, we want them to get an email, welcome to the team. And then we highlight a couple of things. Susan will often send this email, but it says, hey, I'm going to come at this time for a staging appointment. We have this. This is when the measurer is going to come and they're going to measure. This is when the photography is scheduled. And oh, by the way, we need your help to have the house ready for photography. These are all things making them feel a part of the process. This is one that I found. I don't know that everybody would maybe recommend this, but when I see my sellers share the property, they're so anxious to see it and share it, right, on their Facebook. They always tend to share the Zillow post, waiting for it to show up on Zillow. When they see it there, they want to share it. I don't care for that. And if you want to know why, it's because everybody that they just shared it with, which is hundreds of their friends and families and neighbors, when people click on there and they have interest, those people don't come to me. If I'm going to take this time to research the property, know the property, try to sell the property, I don't want all of those people to be sent to some other broker in my market who doesn't know the property, doesn't care that this property sells. They just want that client so they can sell them any property. I want the post, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I know you're excited about sharing the property. We want you to, we need you to on your social media, but please let it be our website that you share so that when the people have interest, they have questions, they have concerns, they have, whatever they want to know more, it comes directly to us. Please understand, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, if you share that property on Zillow, people have interest. We do not get those people. They are sent to another broker. If you tell them that, you'll have less chance of them sharing on Zillow. They want to share it, but you'll have less chance of them showing it and sending all of their friends and family to other people in the market. I did miss that as one of the goals. When I share with them at the beginning, a best practice is when you're talking about the goal, I mentioned the 5-star review. This is our goal that we want to do. Drop another seed, a referral seed at that time. Tell them that one of the goals is that they are so delighted in the process that they can't help but tell their friends and family about us as listing representatives. When you go to a great new restaurant in town, you want to tell everybody, hey, go check it out. You watch a great movie, you want to tell everybody, go see that movie. It was fantastic. We want the experience for them to be so great. They tell their friends and family. That the conversation at the dinner parties and the cocktail parties and at the club and at the school and at the soccer game is going to be over the next few weeks. Hey, you're selling. You're selling your house. We've been thinking about it. Boom, right there. I need you, Mr. Seller, to be ready for that to happen. People are going to call. I can't believe you're selling. Where are you going? That's going to happen. Some of those people are going to also mention that they have been thinking about selling. They have been wondering how things are going to go. Who are they going to hire? What's the best? I need you, please. I'm going to take it almost personally if we reach the end of the line and out of all the people you've talked to that you're selling your house, not one of them contacted us to sell. Please send them our way. You do not want them to get tangled up with some other agent, some other team, some other process that is not the 5-star experience that you're experiencing. Does that sound pretty good, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, that you would send them our way? We want to give this same level of service to them. We need your help. Would you help us with that? Well, sure we would. Absolutely. Okay, well, I'm going to expect my phone to ring at some point over the next few months when Mr. and Mrs. Smith told me to call you. They said they were delighted with the process and we want to meet with you. Great. That's how one listing turns into another and 2 listings. That's how you build the business over the years. So I did want to mention that. Something pretty cool about the photos that we do. I don't know that anybody's ever done this. I'm sure they have, because there's nothing new under the sun. The Bible teaches us. So I'm sure there's an agent somewhere doing this. But I like to do the photos for our listings. That's not something recommended by a lot of people. They'll say always hire a professional, but I consider myself a professional and taking professional level photos. But when I go get the photos, I like to take about 150, 200 photos. Now, we only have room for 48 in our MLS. We can put more than that on our website, but only have room for 48. So why do I take 200 in some cases, or 150? Why do I take 4 of the living room or 10 of the living room? Well, here's what we do. I don't think it's fair that sellers see the great professional photos that they work so hard to get the house ready, that they see those images at the same time the rest of the world sees them. So what we do is we have a private online gallery. When we get those images and we get them edited, we put them in the online gallery and we send them to our sellers first. So they're the first ones to see it. Not in MLS yet, not on our website yet, not on our social media. We send it to our sellers first. And we tell them this is going to happen. And in that email where we share that gallery, we ask them to go through the photos, let us know if there's any that just please don't put that picture type of thing. But there's also a little heart where they can put a heart on the ones that they really like. So we ask them to be a part of that process. Go through the photos, put a heart on the ones you like. We will make sure to use those in our marketing. And the sellers love it. Now, not every seller wants to do that. Not every seller wants to be a part of the level of detail like that, but some do. You know the sellers that lean in on that, some that don't. They want you just to handle it. And if they want us to handle it, then we will. But we always send it to them first, always. Then we go through and pick the top ones. In a related way, we do the remarks in a similar way at times. I don't do that with every seller, but there have been some sellers that in the past, y'all know a lot of people use Chat GPT to come up with their remarks. I'll put all the features of the house in and let Chat GPT do the remarks. And I'll say, give me a professional description. Then I'll tell Chat GPT, give me another version, but give me a funny version. Or give me a casual version. And in a matter of 90 seconds, you can have 3 different versions of remarks. What's wrong with dropping those into an email to the seller and say, hey guys, just your thoughts. Is there anything I've missed in the remarks that we should highlight? And do you like maybe one flavor of description over another? Which one do you think? I don't care. I don't care what remarks we use. I wonder sometimes people even read the remarks, but does the seller not feel a part of it that, oh, wow, I was able to be a part of that, maybe have some input into that. Hey, don't forget the detached garage, mention that. Okay, when we mentioned the detached garage earlier in the whatever, we're making our sellers happy. We're making them feel part of the team. Open house. I'm going to talk about how they can help about the open house. You ever had a seller put an apple pie in the oven right before the open house? Isn't that great? You walk in the house, it just smells right. We're already working hard to make it look right. Smells right. The TV that's on their wall, their TV, you know what I ask them? Hey, do you have the YouTube app? Because let's find the video. We'll put the video we created that's already on YouTube. We'll put it in a playlist. And in the playlist, you can repeat. So we'll have that video just looping on their TV, the video of their house going on in their open house. We need their help with that. I'll ask them, like, is it okay that we use your Wi-Fi? Because if I'm here at the open house and I need to look something up and I got no signal, I can't even stream Pandora to have some nice music going. Is it okay to use the Wi-Fi? Yes. See how we're working hand in hand? We're working together to do it. Another thing I've done before is, we got the rider at the top of the sign. We have coming soon, open house, new to market. What about giving them the under contract rider? Maybe not in every, because we have our courier, but what about when you walk in and say, I've got the under contract rider here, and would you do the honors? When we're successful together in finding a contract for your home, would you do the honor of going out there and maybe even take a photo of you guys putting the under contract rider on your own sign? Would you guys like to do it? We'll do it. I'm not telling you, you have to. Would you like to do the honors of putting under contract on? Is that not a special thing? Giving them the opportunity to be a part of that? And oh, by the way, if they're holding the under contract rider and they're just waiting to put it on the sign and they're the ones that get to do it, they're probably leaning in just a little bit. We can't wait to do the rider. Maybe we do the price reduction just a little bit earlier. Maybe we go ahead and take that offer we weren't going to because they're got the rider in their hand. They were ready to put it on the sign. I hope some of this is helpful for you all. I'm out of time. I'm just going to look really quick to see if Susan definitely wanted me to mention the open house, because we tell them, say, hey, what day does the landscaper come? Oh, they always come on Monday every week. Well, on the week of the open house, could we get them to come on Thursday or Friday so the lines are still on the grass when everybody shows up? Could we do that for that week? Well, sure we can. Well, that wouldn't happen if you didn't engage them, if you didn't ask. Those types of things, those details and coordination does not happen if you don't ask. Marketing. Here's a couple of things I'll mention that I think are pretty high level, and then I'm going to end with something my wife told me to do. I always do what my wife tells me to do. In marketing, one tip is listing to leads always recommends this. Put an email together and forward it to them, but it's worded in such a way that it's from them. So all they have to do once it's in their email system is just press forward and then just dump everybody, send it to everybody. And it's the house on our website. They're sending everybody to our website to check out their house. Asking their friends and family to help them find the buyer. The other thing don't overlook is most all these communities have an internal Facebook group. Is the seller sharing their own house on the neighbor's Facebook group? That should be, if they do nothing else besides clean the house and prep for the open house and share the house with the neighborhood group. Who knows? Nicole and I were talking about this earlier. We got a neighbor that's called chasing down a listing in that neighborhood. Who knows more of who wants to be in a certain neighborhood than the people who already live in that neighborhood? Are we missing out on telling the story and posting the property in the online chat, the Facebook group, however the neighbors are talking to one another? I don't have access to that, Mr. Seller. I need you to take the information and post it there. Make sure they do that. Nobody has access to the neighbors like the other neighbors. What about in the Facebook post? Mr. and Mrs. Seller, do you mind if I tag you there? Because then if I tag you, you'll be alerted and you can send it out. Remind them how easy it is when you push share. Messenger is an option. It's just a one-tap share. Share it with everybody you know, Mr. Seller, please. One last thing I think on the list that I'll mention is you want to hang on tight after the closing. They're a part of the team. You want them to be forever part of the team. Even if they moved out of the area, you stay in touch. And one, as a parting gift, something to remember us by, every closing gift we have is personalized. So we did one yesterday and we did the research to know what their favorite wine was. And we had a couple of branded stemless wine glasses to go with their favorite wine as a celebration. Another one, our client was moving to Florida. She had a dog. She dog sits a lot for her brother. So we gave her a sea-themed, coastal-themed pet gift with a leash. And there were 2 leashes in the basket because we know she's going to be pet sitting the brother's dog. Does that show that we pay attention and we care about her next step? I mean, are you kidding me? You don't think she's going to be, staying in touch and knowing that we care and we want to be in touch and that this was more than just a transaction to us, that she feels like she's part of something bigger than just a sign went in my yard and I passed my house along to somebody else? I hope some of these tips were helpful. If you guys want to stay in touch with me, I'm easy to find. What is that Coach Prime says? I ain't hard to find. MatthewHanks.com is all my social. MatthewHanks.com. Our team is HanksRealtyGroup.com. You can check us out there. But MatthewHanks.com is all my social. I love these chances of being a part of Agent Power Huddle, sharing with you guys some of the stuff I picked up on over the years and that we try to do with our clients. We are very much still active in the market. So these are things that get tweaked and changed every day just to try to be a little bit better every day. I hope this was helpful. I hope you have a fantastic day. If I can ever be of assistance in the future, please don't hesitate to contact me. I appreciate the virtual claps. Everybody's muted, so it's super quiet except for me talking, which is super dangerous. Y'all go forth, do great things today. Best of luck to you in your rest of your 2024. Make it a great day.
Thank you so much. That was amazing information. Very helpful and inspirational. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Happy to help. Hope you have a fantastic day.
If you'd like more information or to get connected to the Agent Power Huddle, join our free Facebook group. This call was designed for the agents in our EXP organization, but open to any agent from any brokerage. If you're a guest and you're interested in learning more about EXP or our specific resources within the Agent Collective, reach out to the person who invited you to this call to get more info. Produced by the Agent Collective Media Network.